A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Nerf Secret Revealed. So, there was an episode at one point which that I talked about the ideas that Nerf could in fact come back to the video game industry and start creating more video games out there for gamers of all types across the nation and on the globe. But I'm mainly just gonna go, a few steps higher above that ranking and basically just talk about a few things based on the fact that conceptually, Hasbro could in fact make their own game console that's Nerf themed, especially. Of course, the Nerf theming could in fact be its own option, but what I'm saying here is that Hasbro could in fact join in on the lineup of consoles here in today's time. Because with today's lineup of consoles, we have ourselves the Sony PlayStation, Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and other likewise consoles that we've had over the last 10 years or so. And let's not also forget about Google's all-new upcoming Stadia. The Google Stadia. Now I know that might just be something we might have to start looking into by the time it's actually released, but of course for other companies out there, I'm very sure that other companies out there that have so much money out there that they can simply douse on, they could probably use some of that money to create consoles and the like, to sell in game stores, like places like GameStop or Game Plus and the like. Of course, Hasbro has managed to have so much profits over the last several years that it's just no clue how Hasbro doesn't really stick up to some larger endorsements and the like. It's kind of, well, a mind blow, the way that you think about having such a big company out there like Hasbro Toys to really have something out there that's meant for children. But yet, there's not as much that has been expanded upon towards other audiences out there. Towards adolescents, mature ones, middle-aged, senior citizens, and the like. Of course, Hasbro probably should at least try to expand outside of their own comfort zone based on toy making. And they could probably go with other things out there, like books, probably more films and television shows as well. Of course, Hasbro is mainly known for toy making, but they have also tried their end on other things out there, like video games, books, television, movies, and the like. I'm really feeling that maybe Hasbro could in fact try some more of that stuff, but one thing that they could probably try on, probably to impress us gamers today, would be that they could make their own gaming console. And yeah, it would be quite an endeavor for Hasbro themselves to go upon, but maybe with enough time, just in the same way as Google Stadia took quite some time to come around, because recently we have been getting more info on the Stadia console itself and what we could expect from it over time. Hasbro just might, go ahead and take on this challenge here to create their own console and hopefully gain themselves a huge score from it. And even if there is some sort of error that takes place, the ladder of trial and error, of course, will come into play and try to help for this kind of goal in particular. So I do feel that sometime from now, maybe Hasbro should at least try to engage in something like this, even if it is a project that takes at least a decade to complete, in the same way that, other companies themselves have found themselves within years of work and development and the like, just to create one single type of console that they can sell to stores. Maybe Hasbro should try to do it just once. We'll probably see how it goes on from there, but even if it does take like 50 years or so to take place, maybe we can expect other things to come around until then. Maybe Hasbro will have enough money to fabricate as many consoles as possible and move out hundreds or even thousands of units across the nation and around the world. So, at the moment though, we aren't really going to see anything like that, but I'm mainly just pointing out that conceptually, Hasbro could in fact have their own gaming console, just like how Google managed to develop their own console called the Stadia, and that we may not have it for a little while longer, but we've really seen a lot about it, and what it may just be capable of performing once it does come out. So, that's pretty much just that end of the story right there that I've got based on video games and the like for Hasbro and the likes, of which that it could in fact be potentially Nerf themed and the like. Even if it just is an option that we can select as customers, maybe we might just get what we want in most cases, but it's probably not going to work all the time. So I've got at least one other subject I'm going to cover over, but there's still going to be a lot more other subjects that I'm going to have to cover around. But again, there's going to be some times where I might just take some days off and then eventually start uploading episodes again in a pattern like this. Like I have days off, episodes are uploaded, days off, episodes are uploaded, days off, episodes are uploaded. Basically, patterns like that. Unless, of course, if I could just upload one episode per day, but that would almost be a hassle. Because sometimes there are so many things out there that tend to distract me from my current work that it wouldn't really be, let's say, fair to just simply ruin my routine that I have daily. But I guess for right now, though, it probably all depends on what I've got in motion. So, if you want to see more go down on my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.